Now, a bunch of other people were picked. We'll go through a quick summary of them, but here was what the president himself said in his announcements. He says, "We're pleased to announce that the former director of national intelligence, John Ratcliffe, will be named as the director of the CIA. From exposing fake Russian collusion to a Clinton campaign operation, which was the Jake Sullivan and Hillary Clinton Russia collusion post that they posted on October 31st of 2016, just a week before the election, to catching the FBI's abuse of civil liberties at the FISA court, John Ratcliffe always has been a warrior for truth and honesty with the American public. When 51 intelligence officers were lying about Hunter, there was one, John Ratcliffe, who is telling the truth to the American people." He says, "For these and many other reasons, it was my great honor to award him the nation's highest honor for distinguished achievement. I look forward to John being the first person ever to serve in both our nation's highest intelligence positions. He was over at the DNI, and now he's going to be a fearless fighter for the constitutional rights of all Americans. Peace through strength." He was the sixth director of the director of national intelligence, which is the hub of all the intelligence agencies. So you think of it as the middle hub, and then there's a spoke that goes out to the CIA, NSA, FBI, Army intelligence, Navy, all of them. It says prior to his nomination, he served in Congress from the great state of Texas for a while, and he was a leading policymaker on the House Intelligence Committee for cybersecurity chairman, and on the Homeland Security Committee. So bunch of stuff. John Ratcliffe will be added to the team. And I do remember liking a lot of what he had to say, historically speaking. And there were some clips of him that are floating around as well, but we'll come back on that. Now, in addition to Ratcliffe, we also have Kristi Noem is going to be heading up the Department of Homeland Security. And so Trump also posted a statement on this one via Caroline Leavitt, and a lot of conversation about Kristi Noem. And I think we figured it out yesterday on the members only stream, where it's ultimately, I think, a good cop, bad cop routine. We're very familiar with this. Tom Homan is the bad cop. Kristi Noem's the good cop. Tom Homan's going to come and deport everybody. But it's not going to feel so bad because you might think that Kristi Noem's going to be deporting you, which you might not even be upset about. You might say, yeah, wait, who's coming to deport me? Kristi Noem? She's coming here personally? All right, cool. Well, that sounds good. Yeah, she can deport me anytime. Good cop, bad cop, right? It's a nice, soft person at the top. She's not going to be a terroristic monster who's going door to door. And if she is, you might be happy about it, because she's a nice looking woman, which we can say now since Trump won. I don't even feel bad about it, right? That's what we can say, because it's new America. We can say women are good looking now. Caroline Leavitt is now talking about Kristi Noem. Obviously, she's got a lot of experience. But the concern that we had historically was that she's a governor of a non-border state, a South Dakota state, which they're concerned about the northern border. We're pretty concerned about the southern border. But she is an executive, so she's had some experience running a whole state, which means she has some capability to run an agency, unlike the border czar Kamala Harris, who never did anything like that, other than running the attorney general's office, allegedly, even though nobody knows what she did there. And whether she appeared on any cases is still subject to debate. But here is what Trump said. "I am pleased to announce the governor and former Congresswoman from South Dakota, Kristi Noem, will be appointed to serve as the Secretary of DHS. She's been very strong on border security, the first governor to send National Guards." Okay, see, I didn't know this. "To send people to support Texas, and she sent a total of National Guard 8 times. She will work closely with the border czar, Tom Homan, good cop, bad cop, to secure the border and will guarantee that our American homeland is secure for our adversaries." Yeah, Tom Homan's, we're deporting everybody. And Kristi Noem will make you feel good about it. "I have known Kristi for years and have worked with her on a wide variety of projects. I issued the statement. I'm honored and humbled." Or she issued the statement, "Honored and humbled. We're going to secure the border, restore safety so that families will again have the opportunity to pursue the American dream." She's a rancher, farmer, small business owner, New York Times bestselling author. We don't want to talk about that book, though. Noem was elected to serve as the South Dakota's lone member. During her time, she did a bunch of things, helped bring $2,400 back. She's protecting South Dakotans, was reelected. and she kept South Dakota open for business. She's got 3 kids. Shout out to Cassidy, Kennedy, and Booker, and her husband, Byron, 3 grandkids. All right, so she's going to be there, and I'm open to it, right? I'm not dooming on any of these nominees. We're going to give them a full benefit of the doubt and support them until they prove differently. But I think, as we said here, that a good standard to apply is the one articulated by RFK Jr., that the buck stops with Trump, just like the buck stopped with JFK. JFK was encouraged to bomb Cuba into oblivion, to bomb the Russians out of there. Everybody in his cabinet was telling him to do this, go to war, and so on, and he didn't do it. And so that feels like what Trump is doing. He's bringing together an interesting motley crew, and we'll see where it goes. I, for one, am excited about it. So I know you are too. Alina Abba was also contemplating the press secretary position. Here's what she sounded like when she was asked about this on Fox News.
About the possibility and reports that you might be the president's press secretary. Any truth to it?
Alina?
I leave it to the president and 3 people that are on my board of directors. That's Luke, Chloe, and Parker, my children. Everybody will know in time.
All right, now I got to go in a little harder. Have there been any discussions about it?
Sean, you know me better than that. You would never have me on prime time if I answered questions like that. Look, President Trump has put together an amazing cabinet. I'm really proud of the work that him and his transition team have done.
Now he's got it going a little harder. Isn't that nice, Sean? Yeah.
I think when we look at everybody, they are killing it on all fronts. America's excited for, frankly, sorry to use Mrs. Waltz's term, but turn a page. It's time to turn the page. It's time to have advocacy for America first. And whatever that looks like for President Trump and his team, I trust it. It's a decision for all of them to make, not me.
All right, serious question. If you were asked to serve in that role or any other role, would you?
3 times?
I am very loyal to President Trump. I would think about it very seriously.
Okay.
All right, Sean. 3 times, Sean. Come on. Going in harder 3 times, Sean? All right. I don't think it's going to happen. I think that Alina and her role as the facilitation of some of the PR perspective from the legal team is a good position for her. But it would be a lot of fun, man, if she was the press secretary. Could you imagine that? They would be so mad at her every day. Everybody in that room would come in there dripping with disdain every day. Alina Abba would come out with a big smile. Hey, everybody, we're talking about the press today. Oh, you're too good looking for this room. Get out of here. They'd be so upset about it. So it'd be a lot of fun. At least she should make appearances. It'd be fun. No means no, Sean. No means no. That's hilarious from Matthew. No means no, Sean. Golly. All right, so Alina Abba. Now, separately, Manu Raju from CNN was posting this, and he goes out there, he talks to everybody on the Hill, he's constantly doing that game, says, I asked Pelosi how she was doing. Terrible, she said. Terrible. No, Nancy, what's wrong? Oh, terrible. I want that on video so badly. I want that on video. I just would love to see that. I'd pay money to see that. Yeah. Hopefully it's out there. How you doing? Terrible. Oh, you can see just total depression. Hopefully she sleeps well with her hundreds of millions of dollars that she's grifted off the American people with insider trading. I'm sure she'll be fine. All right.